passage from Mark 8?
Sure.
All right. So if you're going to go through, if you want to tackle the Bible and pick out something good to read in the Bible, Mark chapter 8, verse 34 through 38 is definitely a spot to highlight. And if you want to follow Jesus, this is where it's at. All right. So Jesus pulls together his disciples and a crowd of people, and he says to them, "Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and that of the gospel will save it." And that right there is pretty much everything that I took to heart when I decided to kind of make a shift in my life and follow Jesus and put him first. But I had a hard time figuring out what taking up the cross was. And I have my own opinion. I just wanted to know what you think that means to take up a cross, and how we should approach that.
Well, crosses come in every shape and size. It can be health problems. It could be the death of a loved one. It could be losing a job and struggling to make ends meet. But for everybody, it's always going to be including suppressing our will when God's will is different from ours, and always choosing God's will over our will. Hopefully our will is God's will, but often it isn't. And so it's like that daily, let it be done God's way, and I'm not going to push to get the way I want to have this done. Of course, there's certain instances, like where you have to do what you have to do. If you're a trained fireman and you know how to go into a burning building, you're going to follow the protocols that you learn, because that's where the safety is. But, and I doubt God's going to call you to no, forget your gear today. Just go in with your shorts and flip-flops. He's not going to do that. He's never going to do that. But with things in life, sometimes it's tricky to discern, is this really what God's calling me to do, or is he calling me to just hold for a while? And that's where it gets tricky. Or, when you're